What golf ball is best for you? And what the hell does compression have to do with it? In today's video, I'm going to answer both of those questions. And by the end of it, you'll know exactly what golf ball you need to be using in 2024. Let's get into it. Getting fitted for a golf ball is so important and hardly anyone does it. When people buy golf balls, they mainly think about the brand, how soft it feels or how hard it feels, and they probably think about how much it spins. Hardly anyone thinks about the compression of the golf ball. But what is compression? Compression is essentially how much the golf ball deforms when you hit it with a golf club. Low compression balls deform a lot more than high compression balls. You'll probably know this as a soft ball compared to a hard ball, and manufacturers can measure this deformation and assign a value to it. Most people don't know what this number means. The lower the number, the softer the ball and the more it compresses. The higher the number, the harder the ball and the less it compresses. Different golf balls have different compression levels, and these compression levels are very closely related to how hard you swing your golf club. And it's really important to match your golf swing with the correct golf ball. Having the right compression golf ball will optimize your golf ball's performance and make you better at golf. So in today's video, I'm going to do a test. I'm going to test what happens when you hit a soft ball with a fast swing, a hard ball with a slow swing, and we're going to figure out exactly what swing speed you need for any given compression. At the end of the video, there'll be a chart with all the manufacturers and all their different balls and what compression they offer, so you know exactly what golf ball you need to be using this year. So how's this test going to work? I've got three different types of golf balls. I've got the Callaway Super Soft, which is a soft ball with a compression of around 40. I've got the Srixon Q-Star Tour, which has a compression of around 67. And I've got the Titleist Pro V1X, which has a compression of around 97, 98. Every year, manufacturers come out with different versions of the same golf ball, and these compressions can change slightly every year. But basically, we've got a Callaway ball that's really soft. We've got a Srixon ball that is in the middle somewhere, and we've got a Titleist ball that's very hard. I'm going to hit each of these balls with three different clubs: the driver, the 7-iron and the pitching wedge. And I'm going to hit those three clubs at three different swing speeds each. So it's going to be quite a big test again. If you saw my previous golf ball test, I did a huge amount of testing, and this video is going to be no different. A lot of shots, a lot of testing, and accurate results. Right, so let's make a start on this test. I'm going to start with the pitch and wedge. The three swing speeds I'm going to use for the pitch and wedge are a fast swing of 80 miles an hour, a medium swing of 65 miles an hour, and a slow swing speed of 50 miles an hour. I'm going to test all three golf balls at those three swings. And yeah, I'm not going to bore you with all the shots. So here's a montage. Next up is the 7-iron. I'm going to test the 7-iron at 90 miles an hour, 72 miles an hour, and 55 miles an hour. Montage continued. Final club, the driver. The three swings for the driver are going to be 70, 85 and 100 miles an hour. One last little montage and then we'll get into the results. Right, results are in and they make for very interesting reading. We're going to start with the pitch and wedge. Now you should pause this video as you're looking at these results because there's a lot of There's a lot of numbers on the screen and you need to make your own decision on the data, but I'll do a bit of summarizing for you as well. I'll be honest with you, I was expecting a little bit more difference between the balls, but I think the differences really start to rear their heads on the longer clubs, which we'll come to in a second. So let's start with the slow swing. The pitch and wedge slow swing was 50 miles an hour, and we can clearly see that the Callaway is flying further, flying faster. It's got a little bit less spin, but it's descending at a steeper angle, so it's flying quite high as well. These low compression balls are made for these swings, and they're meant to fly further for the golfer. The stopping power of that Callaway ball isn't too bad. The spin isn't wildly far off, and the descent angle is obviously helping it as well. And like I said, you want the ball to be carrying further at this slow speed. The medium swing, the Callaway and the Strixon start to merge into each other a little bit. The carries are further than the Titleist, and the spin rates are very similar. And then when we move up to the fast swing, and the Strixon and the Titleist start to merge more into each other. The key differences with the fast swing is the spin numbers. So the Callaway is flying 7 yards further, mainly because it's spinning at 1100 RPM slower. Golfers using the balls like the Titleist are not overly concerned about how far their ball is flying. They're mainly concerned about its stopping power and its control. I did find that across all the testing I've done, that the Titleist ball's standard deviation with its spin was much tighter. It was a lot more consistent with its spin numbers, and you kind of expect that really. Callaway again here with the fast swing is flying a long way. Stopping power obviously not as good, and you wouldn't be using the Callaway with this fast swing. But it illustrates the difference. These balls are designed to fly further, to help slow swing golfers get around the course in less shots. Moving on to the 7-iron. So the 7-iron swing speeds were 55 miles an hour, 72 miles an hour, and 90 miles an hour. I was expecting a lot more difference with the slow swing, to be honest with you. Spin numbers aren't wildly far off, carry numbers aren't wildly far off. Maybe I was swinging a little bit too fast. It'd be interesting to know what the sort of low end of a 7-iron swing actually is. The medium swing shows a lot of how different these balls are as you get faster with your swing speed. Swinging at 72 miles an hour, the Callaway is flying 12 yards further than the other two balls, and the spin rate isn't that far off. Don't get me wrong, the stopping power for this Callaway isn't great with a 7-iron, but it's not that bad. So you could argue that you could use the Callaway with this sort of medium swing, but you'd have a lot more control with like the Strixon or the Titleist. The fast swing is where the Callaway really starts to fall apart. Carrying 180 yards is all well and good. I think pros carry their 7-irons that far. But the reason I was getting that much carry was because the spin rate was less than 4,000. The descent angle as well, being 47, is not great. Out on the course, that Callaway at that swing speed is never ever going to stop on the green. You struggle to pitch it on the front of the green and hold the back of the green. And that's why these higher compression balls are better for faster swings. There's not a huge amount of difference between the Strixon and the Titleist. The main difference that I saw during the test, again, was the consistency of spin with the Titleist ball. Either ball at this speed for me would be absolutely fine. The Callaway, definitely not. Finally, let's get on to the driver. Now, this is where the differences in the balls really rear their heads. If you simply just look at the carry numbers, the Callaway's flying further with the slow speed, the Strixon's flying further with the medium speed, and the Titleist is flying further with the fast speed. Very little difference really with regards to spin. The only sort of highlight really, if we're looking at the spin number, is that the Strixon is in like an ideal spot for spin with the medium swing. But look at the ball speed difference between the Callaway and the Titleist with the fast swing. 10 miles an hour difference, and I average 100 mile an hour swing speed for all of the testing with the fast driver swing. That Callaway is basically falling apart inside with this swing speed. Feel free to rewind back and pause and take screenshots and take some notes about the data, but it does really show how important it is to match your swing speed with the right compression ball. The driver results really show that. Now, as promised, I've got a chart for you so you can figure out exactly what compression you need for your driver swing speed. I haven't listed any balls here because there are so many on the market. Instead, I've got a link in the description to a Golf Sidekick article, and this article has a long list of a ton of golf balls and all of their compressions, so you can pick exactly which ball you want to start using this year. I've got a couple of examples for you anyway. Towards the low end, we've got a Callaway Super Soft, which we saw in the video today. That has a compression of 40, and they're quite cheap as well, to be honest. But you can go even lower than that with a Wilson Duo Soft. That has a compression of 30. Towards the middle, we've obviously got the Strixon Q-Star Tour, which has a compression of 67. In and around that figure, you've got the Titleist Tour Soft, which has a compression of 65, and a TaylorMade Tour Response, pretty well-known ball. I think it's that one with the yellow ball alignment on it. It has a compression of 70. Middle to high compression, we've got the Titleist AVX with a compression of 80. That ball has sold incredibly well. And a little bit higher than that, you've got the standard Pro V1 with a compression of 90. Now those two balls are extremely popular. Maybe you've got those balls in your bag already, but do they match your driver swing speed? Might be worth a little review. And obviously you can go a little bit higher than that again. In today's video, we use the Titleist Pro V1 X. It has a compression of 100. And the ball with the highest compression rate on the market with 110 is the Mizuno RBX Tour X. So if you're swinging out your boots, maybe that's the ball for you. Thank you to Golf Sidekick. That article was a lifesaver for this video. And I love your videos. A link in the description for his YouTube channel as well. So there you have it, another comprehensive golf ball test, if I do say so myself. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. This channel is dedicated to finding out answers that us mid-handicappers need answering. The more we know about the game, the easier it is to get better. I did another golf ball test video recently where I compared 5 different Strixon golf balls against the Pro V1. Results of that were pretty interesting as well. Should be a link to that somewhere down here. But again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.